Hello everybody. It's been a while, huh? Since we've, been here. Quite a bit has happened, Obviously not much, but I've been, here. Just here. After everything, I'm forever grateful to freaking Aether. But I feel like something's missing, you know what I mean? So, like, even though I really don't want to go back, I think I'm headed back to the mainland for my best friend, Sheepus McGee. Because, why not? So I think that's what I'll do. Well, hello there. I guess. I mean, I can catch you up to speed really quickly since you're new. I died once, only to find out I've died multiple times. And then when I confronted the person who killed me, Bailey, they decided to tell me that no, they're not going to stop doing what they were doing just because I died. Because as long as I kept looking for answers, they'd try to stop me. And that kind of sucks. I don't know what's going on with that thing. But yeah, after that, here, let's just catch everybody up to speed. Let's catch people up to speed for what's happened. After that, I found my compass, which I had originally when this whole thing started. When I first came here, I had my compass, and I lost it for some reason. I didn't know where it went. It was in my ender chest, and it was just gone. I didn't know that was possible. And then when I came back from that day, my compass was back in a random barrel. And I didn't know what to do about it. So I followed it, right? As you do when you're curious, I followed it to see where my compass led me, because I've been seeing so many things about who I was once, right? Like, I have two friends, Rose and Delta, from wherever I came from originally. Stuff happened back where we came from, and then there were these... The compass led to this laboratory. This thing, this place. And I looked at this lab, this testing facility, whatever, and in it were these books. There were like 50-something books, and it just like, I don't know. It ended up telling the story of, like, again, like 50-something people. And like their lives in this place. I had a book there. At least I think I did. I think it was me. And so did Rose and Delta. But then I found this storage place, and this voice started speaking to me. This guy. I guess he's called Hermes. I'm not sure, but I think that's what the books referred to him as. And come to find out, there's a monster that killed everyone in that facility, except apparently for me and some others. I think Rose and Delta made it out alive, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Memory's not really my thing. But I find out that this thing, this creature, this monster, that was another version of me. And not only that, that was a version of me that exists. That exists here. And I don't really know what to do about it. I just don't know what to do about it. So I panicked. I mean, what would you do if you learned that you were a monster? If you learned that you killed people? That you killed 50 people? You would panic. You would run and just not know what to do. And that's what I did. I ran. Because for some reason, I was here again. I was in the lab and then I appeared here. And I don't know how, but I was here. And I was scared, because if I'd killed people before, what's to stop me from doing it again? What's to stop me from, like, killing the people I care about? This creature, this other version of me has walked this place before. And that's terrifying. So I panicked, and I ended up running into Aether and just telling them everything. Told them what I found, what had happened. And they offered me a place to stay. To figure stuff out. And I said okay. I said I would stay. Aether. Yeah, Aether, the goat. Hello, welcome. But yeah, Aether offered me a place to stay over in Utopia, and that's kind of where I've been. Granted, I haven't been staying anywhere, but I've been, I don't know, walking aimlessly, trying to just figure out what the heck to do. Luckily, this Hermes has been quiet since I, last came here. But I don't know. I just sincerely don't know. And I guess I've been gone long enough not to know what that is up there, too. Isn't that a dimension? Who knows, man? Who freaking knows? But no, yeah, I'm here because I want to bring Sheepus McGee with me. My best friend. One of my best friends, I guess. But Sheepus McGee means the world to me, and I feel like I'll be, more comfortable if he's here. I hope Friend won't mind, but still, oh jeez Louise. Stuff has clearly happened. But, yeah. Do I like eating water? I mean, I guess. Hello? Axolotl in here for you. What's in... I also want to take this book with me, but I just primarily need... just my friend. My buddy. And I guess I'll take that thing, that creature with me too. I have no idea. Do I have an empty bucket? Because I'm assuming I need to put it in the thing. Let me check. I swear I've had one. Do I not have a bucket? Do I have iron for a bucket? Maybe I can smelt this really quickly. That's right here. Iron in there. Do I have any? Can I steal some Friend, I hope you don't mind stealing a piece of coal. Hopefully that'll work. And then, ooh, I need a lead. And I'm also hungry. But yeah, the only reason I'm here today, only reason I'm here is because I need to grab my stuff and go. How do you make a thing? Of course I didn't grab enough string. Of course I didn't grab enough string. God, chickens everywhere. Why? Why are there so many chickens? Someone help me, please. Okay. That should work. Hey, buddy. Hey, it's been a while. Hi, I know you missed me. I know. I miss you too. I missed you too, buddy. I know, but we gotta go, okay? I know you like this place, and I know you've got friend's statue here, and it's pretty cool, but we gotta go, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back up, grab some of the iron, because apparently we've got a new friend coming with us. And then I'm gonna grab you, and we're gonna go. Cool? Alright. You're the best. I'll be right back. I hope I just need 3 of the iron to be...
Hi?
Hi. It's been a while.
Yeah, like, How have you been? I've neglected to speak to you, and I couldn't find you, and I didn't have enough stuff to make, like, a letter, and I came here, and then, luckily, it seems that, you know, you're here, but I couldn't... How have you been?
Well, that's kind of a loaded question, if I'm being real with you. It's been something for a while. A lot has happened on my end, I'm sure.
Is your eye okay? It looks...
We're not gonna talk about that. Sorry, just one second. Options. Okay.
Why?
Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
It's not that it's... where do you even begin with something like this? I don't even know, but...
Your hair kind of like... I know, it just... I don't know what I expected to be under your hair, but I don't think I expected that to be under your hair.
Yeah,
what is it? Where did you go?
I'm right here. Come down to the second floor.
Uh-huh.
We probably need to talk. 'Cause a bit has happened. Like a bit. So, where would be best to talk? Because my place has kind of gotten a bit, you know, decrepit. Again, quite a bit. Peace.
I'm just gonna drop
Thank you for stopping
down,
by.
Since there's just a hole here now.
Yeah.
And there's a chicken apparently.
Yeah, well, those are all kind of just existing.
We could head to LBC because I've got something to just talk to you about, since it seems that we've both had a bit of a shake-up.
Yeah, quite a bit of a shake-up, to say the least.
And we can talk about both things then.
Could we instead maybe talk in like the town hall? I shouldn't really go too far from this place.
Why not?
Because
You just
I came here to grab Sheepus McGee and apparently a new friend that was left for me by somebody and leave.
what, what are you like making a new house or?
Maybe it's really, really hard to talk about because I don't have any ideas about what this is or what's happening or what the heck's gone on since I've been here. So
Yeah, let's head to the town hall.
Let's-
It sounds like there's a lot to talk about.
yeah,
You know,
there's a bit. Jeez.
let's go sit where it's more comfortable.
Last time I was here didn't end well, but it's fine. I don't think Bailey's done anything else, so I mean, I haven't seen him since forever, but oh,
Bailey,
yeah, Bailey.
what happened when you were last here?
Well, you've met the newest person here, right, Bubs?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I helped with a building project.
oh, awesome, yeah. So, I guess this is a good place to start. After I came back to life,
Mm-hmm.
this Bubs showed up too, and I was invited to come see where they lived. So I was like, that's pretty cool, and I can ask this person some questions, and so I did. I went to their place and asked them some questions, and there was a lot of people there. Aether was there. I think Alex was there. Milo was there. I'm pretty sure there were quite a few people there. And so I was just exploring because well, like kind of doing my thing first, like kind of like in the background looking around because I was freaking out. But then Bubs was very, very nice and was like, yeah, it's okay, you're good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I did that. And then Aether and some others were like, hey, Nomad, go stay upstairs. Trust us. So I said okay. And I did, and then it was weird because I had me bouncing between floors for a bit, and I was just exploring, and I didn't know what was going on. And then Aether let me know that Bailey was here. And I hadn't talked to Bailey.
Never goes well. A meeting with Bailey never goes well.
I hadn't talked to Bailey since they killed me. So we kind of had a bit of a stare down, and the tension, as others put it, you could cut with a knife. So Bubs was the one who was like, you know what? Let's clear the air. Everybody come here. And let's talk here. And so we did. We talked. And I told them what happened. How I went hunting for information and eventually met Bailey. And then my books were gone after I woke up from living.
The ones that you collected.
The ones... Well, two.
Your questions and stuff.
That one, and then the one that I've been keeping my memories in, also gone.
Like a diary.
Kind of, yes. But it told.
And they haven't been returned to you.
No, and Bailey refuses to name where it is, or even admit if they had them. But.
I swear, it's just more and more things adding to the list of. I don't want to immediately throw suspicion on people, but there's so many things that they've done that at this point you can't just chalk up to coincidence anymore. And when you were first talking about, I remember the first time that you asked everybody questions, and then I was like, oh yeah, that might be a good guess, but like now I'm starting to agree with you far more because I don't even think it's an accident anymore. I feel like they're involved and they know something.
Would you believe me if I told you I had confirmation?
And what would that confirmation be?
I can't exactly tell you how I figured it out or how this information came to me, but another person, I don't even know if they're a person, but somebody confirmed Bailey's the center. Bailey's the reason we're here. They confirmed that.
Someone. Who was the someone?
I can't tell you. Not because I don't want to, and not because I don't trust you, but because they'll kill me if I do. and they trust me to keep it
Why
quiet.
is it suddenly seeming like Bobs is the only person here other than us two, and maybe Toad, that doesn't have some kind of violence just every time that anything is talked about? I swear. Well, at least I gave you information.
Funny you mentioned violence, actually.
Oh?
Yeah. After that meeting, there was a message on yellow wool written somehow, but I uncovered it, saying Bailey would not apologize and would not stop unless I ceased my silly little hunt for information. That was...
What, you mean the information that could potentially get many of us out of here?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
That information.
You can't just silence people when they want information. I feel like that, like, knowledge can't be harmful.
Yeah. But I ended up talking with Alex, actually, and they said that they would help. Everybody agreed to help and share information, well, except for Milo and Bailey, but that's besides the point.
All I've heard from, like, before then is I had heard that, maybe it was Alex decided, quite rightly so, to shove, Bailey out of LBC.
Yeah.
I think
that was immediately after the meeting.
A very smart decision, because through the past few weeks and past few months, I've been trying to give them a chance. I really have, but there hits a limit when somebody can't just be free to roam around and hurt people anymore. And honestly, I'm very glad that Alex had the forethought and, like, wiseness to kick a potential threat out of his country, because I don't think Dee would be able to do the same without Alex there, at least. I don't think...
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I don't think... I think Alex should be a trusted member of LBC, and I certainly have grown quite a bit of trust for them.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads on to the thing that I wanted to tell you, since you've... I don't know. I want to tell you that I've decided to officially join a nation, and about a month ago, Alex officially welcomed me to LBC, and we did a tour, and I've started building a house, which is partially why I've had a big absence here. Is I'm building my next residence over in LBC.
Okay.
And I wanted to tell you.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
That's what I wanted to find you for, because I didn't want to just disappear without a trace, because I wanted to talk with you, and even if you're not in a nation, then, you know, I don't want it to create unnecessary distance between us, because I'm still determined to help you on finding out whatever the frick Bailey did, and fix it, and let people go and to their original worlds as they please, or like their residence or whatever, because I can't just trap people, and there's just become more and more evidence that Bailey just can't be trusted, and I've given them many chances, and they've broken all three. So I'm not going to give them another chance. I just, for the safety of everybody here, especially you, and Dee, and Alex, I'm not going to let Bailey cause any more harm anymore because I refuse to sit round and do nothing. I'm going to find the problem at its root and deal with it.
Funny you mentioned a nation, actually, because well, I found my compass. The one that's...
Oh yeah, you were looking for it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got a book about it.
You did? Okay.
It was a while ago, and then that's... you said you'd found it, I believe, and then that I wanted to talk to you about it. That's what I thought you were going to talk about, to be honest.
Well, I'm assuming you didn't read the end of the book?
I guess the page must have been torn or something, because I didn't...
Oh. How did...
damage
okay.
transport? I don't
Maybe, but I found the compass, and I went following it, and it took me to this place in the middle of a desert. A huge building.
A desert?
Yeah. It was a huge building, and it was, decrepit, though, because it's been gone for so long or something, and there was stuff all over the ground, but I walked around through it, and I was interested, and it was tied to me because it was my compass.
Did you have anybody with you?
No.
Did you bring Riv with you?
It was kind of my own instant choice. It's weird. I feel like I didn't have a choice. I had to...
anybody where you were going?
I told you and River. I told you where I was going. I was following the compass. I know it's...
didn't get that message because the freaking book was ripped. Gosh. Darn it.
Well, I followed it, and there were these books. Several books of different patients. There were some that were adults who were wanting to help the kids who were there. There were some studying to be an engineer or something. There was this one little girl who was 5 and just excited that she got a purple crayon. And then there were books on my friends, Rose and Delta, telling me that they were awesome people when I originally knew them. They were like me. They were good. And then there was my book that told me I had found something. And because I found it, there were doctors who came to my room. And it caused something, and I didn't see what it caused, but then there were these other books that weren't these patients, that were talking about a project apparently I was a part of. And so was this doctor. Dr. Hermes, I think was the name. And he had a fascination with me and my friends, Rose and Delta. And then something happened. Something happened that let a monster out.
A monster? From where?
I don't know, but
was it created from?
Apparently, yeah, but it was some combination, something that Hierro did. That he did to me.
What is that?
He turned me into a monster. He turned me into something, into a person who holds a monster in them. I don't know what it was. I don't even know who it was, but it was me. It was me. Somebody who existed like me.
No man. Don't call yourself a monster just because you're experimental doesn't make you a monster.
Oh, but
okay?
does the fact that I killed 50 people do? I read the books. They were all there. And Hermes told me himself. He
50 people?
50. Every patient I killed. Not me, this creature. Well, yes, me, actually, because this thing is still
Wait,
me.
No, it wasn't you, it was... First things that you said to me, the very first time we met, the very first time we walked around the server, and I hadn't even built my house yet, is that you don't kill or hurt things. So that can't be you. It can't be you, because you wouldn't go against something so fundamental.
It's proven, though. It's proven because you guys proved it. It's proven because I got a description of what this thing was, what this monster was, and it wore a blue cape. It looked like me, but blue-ish, and that's all I've been told about the thing that walked around while I was dead, Lucid. The thing that talked to people, that went to Dee's sermon, apparently.
You were told about your, for lack of better words, ghost. I guess.
I guess.
Hold anything.
I was told about this ghost of me existed and was here and talked to people for I don't know how long, but it talked to people before I could finally come back. If that thing comes back,
like a few weeks.
I don't know. I was dead. I was dead as this thing walked around the server like it was me.
It didn't really pretend to be you, which leads me to imply that it isn't, that you two are separate, because it wasn't you, and it didn't act like you, and it didn't have your memories, and memories are like the fundamental thing, and like even if you don't have many, like it didn't have the same memories as you, which leads me to believe that you're two different entities, and you may like share one body, but I can't believe
it seemed like
that you are the same.
I know it seemed like me.
Person.
The points are there. They agree. The points are there.
Who are they?
Because of what Hermes did to me, because of this thing that exists, this thing that's taken over me, I learned it's called Void. It's called the Void. Something that was taken from a creature. Something that was taken from a dimension of types that I don't know, that I've never been to. As long as I remember, which God, we know I don't. But this thing apparently connects people throughout not just the world, but throughout dimensions, from what it sounds like. So I've been able, this whole time, I've been hearing people that aren't next to me. Not seeing, I guess, but hearing things and seeing, I guess, moments, if I had to guess. But I've been hearing people, and they've seen everything. They didn't lose their memory. They didn't lose their memory. They've been there.
Like voices.
Yes, but they're not... They're voices, I guess, but they're people. They're not just voices. They have lives. They've done things. They exist in some other world. They just exist the same time I do. They're people who are living, breathing, walking, acting their lives out just in another world. Wherever I came from. That's what Hermes wanted me to do. He wanted me to travel between places. Between dimensions. So he thought that making me this freaking creature, abomination, this monster that I am.
You're not a monster, no man.
What am I then?
You can't say that about yourself, because it isn't true. No matter how many people you have in your head, or no matter what the ghost of you, the blue one, did, that isn't you. it may have a similar name, but it's not you, so you can't blame yourself for
But
it.
I have to take
It isn't your
responsibility.
fault. It isn't your fault.
It's still my responsibility because this person is
How
still
is it
me.
your
They're still
responsibility?
me.
You couldn't change it.
They're
If
still
you weren't
me.
change-
It sounded like this thing that I was back in the lab was a lot closer to whatever this creature was. You said this creature that we've seen here couldn't hold anything, right? Couldn't do anything? It wasn't a ghost the last time it walked in the lab. It wasn't a ghost because it was able to attack. It was able to hold like a sword or an axe or something. It was able to kill, to interact with people and ruin and do bad things.
Power. Maybe it's lost its power and it was weakened and it's no longer a problem.
It's still me and it still exists here. Who's to say it's not going to get stronger? Who's to say it's not going to be able to like encroach on me here? Who's to say I'm not going to become it? It exists. It's my past.
No, Mad, it appeared when you died, and if there's me here, then you're not going to die again. I won't allow it. I failed to protect you last time, and since it only appeared when you died, I'm simply not gonna let you get hurt again, and then that will solve the problem. I won't allow it.
What happens if you can't be there, Lucid? You're going to LBC. I'm going to Utopia. Because Aether made the same promise you did. Aether said they'd help me. Because that was the first person I ran into, and Aether's been nothing but nice. And
we can split the responsibility between us. If we both protect you, that just makes you double protected. It makes you more protected. So if there's more people, then if you say, like, the goat, like, cares about you, then I doubt they'd let you get hurt. You need to trust that other people can help you.
sounds like the
Because
last...
you're not doing it alone. You're not alone this time. And just because you were separated from your previous friend doesn't mean you can't make more.
Rose and Delta are suffering. Hermes told me himself. I don't know how he was able to speak to me, but he told me himself that Rose and Delta had to suffer because I was brought here. Had to suffer because I left Hermes behind. That I disappeared. I got out of there somehow. But Rose has lost all of their memories from what Hermes told me. And Delta's I don't even know, but they both got memory issues now, and it's my fault. That is my fault because I'm here.
Then we'll sort out here and we'll go and find them.
We can't because they're in a different place. They're not here. They're not here in this world.
We'll find a way. If Bailey could get here, or whatever means possible, then surely we can do the opposite. We can, because if it's possible once, it's possible twice. We can help them. They're not gone forever. They're just in a different place. And if Bailey can do it, then we can do it.
My actions have had repercussions every time. Whether I've chosen to do that or not, they've had repercussions. My friends...
But if you didn't choose to do it, then it isn't your fault.
It's still a result of my own action. My friends are suffering. People are dead because of something that I chose to do. Whether it was me or not, it's still my responsibility. I still made that choice. Because it sounds like this ghost version of me, when it existed in the lab, was very much still me. Very much still based on my thoughts, my actions, everything that had to do with who I am as a person. My actions, whether I choose
to know a bit about you, but just because it could recount information doesn't mean it is you. Anybody could read a book on what you've been through and who you are as a person and try and act like you. That doesn't mean they are you. It isn't the same thing.
It's better if I disappear and figure this out without anyone else
What
getting
do you mean
hurt.
disappear?
I mean that I'm heading to Utopia for now, yeah, but the second I can, and the second that I've got my I guess this thing that I now have and Sheepus McGee, I'm just gonna go. I need to find somewhere that's just not that gets me away so I don't have to hear the freaking annoying and tormenting voice of the man who ruined everything for me. This doctor who ruined everything. And this other doctor too, Dr. I read about her. And she's the reason I'm gone. She's the reason I'm here. She and Bailey must be working together is my assumption, but she's the reason that I am stuck here. That I was taken away from my friends. That they're suffering. Whether I asked her to or not, I don't know. But this thing, this person, it's my fault. If I'm not a monster, I'm a freak. And freaks have no place amongst the normal. Not until they figure out how to act.
Do any of us look normal? We're such hybrid-like people. Some actual hybrids, like the goat person that you become friend with, that they seem to be a goat hybrid of some sort. You're not the odd one out here. I may not know everything about everybody's life, but I can see from just the exterior that barely any of us are human. Barely any of us are human. In fact, the only one I think that I've spoken to that appears human, that I think is currently human, is Bubs. But I've seen people goat features. I don't think these entirely human. I can't be sure, but I wouldn't be surprised through like how he acts and my own sources. You're not a freak because none of us are normal. I don't think any of us are exactly normal. In fact, that might even be part of the reason why we're all in the same place. It's because none of us were normal in our original environment. Or some of us were, or whatever. But you're not a freak, and you're not a monster.
I'm just not normal. Lucid, I don't belong here. That's been evident since day one. Look at what everyone's done. They've built a society, built places to stay. The first thing you did was build a building that you can stay in, a house, I think you called it. A place that you could stay, like everyone else has done. Everyone else has built a place to stay, or has started making a thing to stay. I haven't.
Well, just because you haven't doesn't change anything.
Have you seen anyone else who's brought
so
things?
So what if you don't know what a house is? So what if you're not a builder like most of us are? That D doesn't build. He hires other people, hires me to build, and that you're not even alone in that. Just because you're not a builder and most of us happen to be the opposite doesn't mean you should be excluded.
It's just
I'm not the only one that cares about you. So does River, and so does the Utopia leader.
Aether. Yes.
And even if D doesn't seem to trust Aether a whole bunch, if you trust him, then I will trust him also.
It's just... Have you met anyone else who's brought... Have you met anyone else who's brought buildings, places, in from wherever they... You know what? Come over. I don't... I'm gonna show you this lab. Because there's something about it. It's not like the Nether house, the house that I had. Even though that place wasn't there. That place shouldn't be there. Because it doesn't exist in this place. It existed back where I came from. But this building, this lab, that is the closest proof I'll ever get to the fact that I just don't belong here with the rest of everyone. Oh god!
Whoa!
That was just rude.
Creeper dropped from the ceiling. Bro, that's...
I've gotten airdrops more than anything else.
I almost just formed non-canonically died. Oh my god, I was on 2.5 hearts.
Oh jeez. But yeah.
That would have not been fantastic. But anyways.
This is the place that my compass led me. And again, the books are gone. Because I think
do you not like the Nether? Could you not go out of my...
Sorry, yeah. It's just this way.
You're the only Nether dwelling person I've ever met, and I don't understand how you can bear this heat, but okay.
It's just, I guess, part of who I am. What I am. I don't even know if I can use who anymore. But we're not going in. Oh god!
Oh god.
Okay, maybe we have to go in.
Uh-oh.
But this is the
Was that a
place.
creeper?
Yep. Oh?
Again?
Yeah. They do that a lot. But there's... Okay, we've got another way out. That's nice. We're not going in. Because I refuse to let you into a place like this. But there was nothing but rooms and books and beds and a basement. But look at the surrounding of it, right? This is a desert, a mesa. It should be made of clay.
What is the black thing?
This came from somewhere. There's look at under it. It's just endless void. Like me. Like what exists, what lives as me, in me. This is here because of me. It broke half a mountain. It deleted half a mountain and farther down because of me.
Did it? I'm not going to stand over the edge. You can stay over the edge. Just what the heck is this black? What the frick? Yeah, that's a giant hole. I don't like looking. Bad vibes. I agree. No thanks. I'm good.
This place was brought here because of me, because it belongs to me. Because it's my story, my past. And it broke half a mountain. What's the next thing gonna be? What's the next thing gonna be? Is it gonna be an even bigger building? Is it gonna take... What happens if it appears in the mainland? If it appears where we are, and it breaks things that people care about? They're going to blame me. It's going to...
destroy it.
It's gonna be my fault. We've already got the freaking...
Deal with it as a group.
We've got the roots growing already. This is bad. This is not good. It's not like the Void House.
If a building appears, then we can stop it or like tear it down, because you seem to forget that now there is nations, and especially since now you've joined a nation, you don't have to deal with it, and some problems that you wouldn't be able to solve with just 1 or 2 people, you can ask for Utopia's help, and it can be a joint effort, and you can be successful in things that you maybe was impossible before, because you're not alone anymore.
I started this whole thing to stop stuff from happening. That's the whole reason I went looking for missions, so we can get out of here. So we all can go back to a life that we maybe once had. This I'm inclined to start thinking Bailey might be right. That I am becoming a problem because I'm continuing to look. Because this is not good. This shouldn't exist. Not here. And it's bad that it does, because it while it belongs to me, it shouldn't be here, Lucid. And it only pertains to...
What?
Were we tagged? Did you
Follow us?
Hi?
Through the portal?
I'm assuming we were followed, but that's... Okay, fair enough.
What? Anyways.
But no, this place belongs to me. This is where Hierro killed me, I guess. Broke my life apart.
I do not like these rooms. They are very claustrophobic. What is that? I don't want to think about what's on the ground.
I can probably tell you, and I guarantee you it's my fault.
Just going to step over it. Do we... The corridor was so small. I don't...
Lucid, read this.
Out loud?
If you want, but it's your choice. I know I said I wasn't gonna go in, but I need people to believe the fact that this is bad. I need Lucid to understand that this is the exact reason I need to be away from people. So that when the next thing comes by, it'll appear where I am, which is not with other people. So when the next bad thing happens, it affects just me, and no one else.
That is very sinister. Do you know what happened to the other person? I'll throw at you.
I'm out here. I don't...
It seems very cynical.
He's talking about me. That number, that thing, 421715, that was my number from my room. That was me. He did that to me. He called me an amalgamation. I was...
Well, he doesn't seem like a very good man. I doubt he...
He doesn't, but he seems like he knows what he wants. He knows what he's after. And that, what he's after, is me. Which means I have full reason to believe that this kind of stuff... It's partially me, yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is also happening because he wants it to happen too. He can talk to me. There were recordings everywhere. I'm not gonna play them because I don't want to hear his freaking voice ever again. But he had this whole place set up. This was his lab. He worked here, just as I lived here. And he's after me. He said it himself. I belong to him. At least
that doesn't mean it's true. You're a person.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It's what he thinks. He thinks I belong to him. And whether he's right or not, that's not gonna stop him. So it's better if I just disappear off the face of the earth, find a place to call, like, somewhat my own, and just stay away. So the next time something like this appears in the world, it doesn't hurt other people. It's just gonna be me. I realized why I was alone, and this is the reason why.
Or you can seek out the help of others. So if something like this happens again, then there'll be people to deal with it. And you won't be alone. And you'll have people to help you, because there's no guarantee that you isolating yourself, which sounds a lot like what you're talking about, would actually help any of the problems. We do not know how this thing appeared. We don't know if it's a single occurrence. It may well be. We haven't had any proof otherwise. And we also have no proof that it appeared solely because of you. For all we know, somebody could have summoned it, or it could have been sent. And for all we know, it might not even be tied to where you physically are. So isolating yourself and punishing yourself
for ransom?
That isn't your fault.
What do you know? I'm being sought after, Lucid, and they agree. The people that I can hear agree. I'm being sought after. And Hermes did that stuff to my friends, trying to either recreate what he did to me or something else. Did you know he did it to a creature first? He did something. It was either a creature or a piece of stone, but something. And then this boy, Stray, I think was his name. They were working together on creating something new. And that thing ended up being a part of Hermes' project and was like me, I guess. We're not made of the same thing. I'm a person. It was a creature or a piece of stone or something. But we're both fueled by this void. This thing, this whatever is slowly taking over my body. Because trust me, I didn't wake up and immediately have this on my face. I didn't. I haven't looked because for all I've known, it doesn't feel bad. It feels like in my face. But I'm like, you can look. My face is missing. Half of my face is missing. And it's this space void thing. They mentioned that it would cause deterioration. My body is deteriorating. I'm gonna die. And that'll bring that blue thing back.
Then you don't have to stop it.
How?
From getting to that point. I'm sure they must have some text somewhere about how to regulate it, because if, as messed up as it is, if you're their test subject, they wouldn't want you to die.
They tricked us.
And especially if the ghost of you had such high casualties, they wouldn't want it to happen again if it had such high casualties. Then there must be somewhere in the universe, somewhere to stop it. And if I need to figure out how to travel across dimensions to stop that from happening, then that's just what I'm gonna do. Gosh darn it, freaking Phantom! Why you've got to be like this? Okay.
We should find our way back.
Don't knock me off again, I swear to fuck.
Language!
I was so good
Sorry.
for most of the stream, and then it just takes one Phantom to knock me into a hole, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not appreciating you currently.
It's just better. It's just better. 'Cause I've come to terms with not with the murder, the things that I killed people. That's horrendous, and I don't think I'll ever be able to accept that I did that, because it sounds horrendous. And the day I accept it is the day that I don't know, but I've come to terms with the fact that I failed to protect Rose and Delta. I failed to keep them safe. I'm not gonna fail to keep other people safe this time. I can't.
Then maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from, because I refuse to fail helping you, and I did it once, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself if that happened again. Did you go in the portal?
Yes, I came back.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I couldn't protect you. And if you want to, like, surely you should understand the desire to protect your friends if that's what you want to do with, you know, Delta and Rose.
Did you come back? Wait, where did you go?
I just appeared in Toad's mushroom. I'll be heading.
Okay.
I don't know why it teleported me so far away. You're the one that's supposed to know how nether portals work.
I am assuming that something happened and they became connected for some odd reason, but if you stand all the way to the back, you should appear at the right place.
I'm coming, it isn't a far walk.
I'm meeting you
You're
halfway.
the one that's supposed to know how these things work. You don't expect to be teleported halfway across a field.
Where are you going?
Oh, it's the other side. I'm an idiot. It's fine.
I just watched you run around. I'm literally over here to the other side.
Oh.
Hello.
It seems my character has canonically bad eyesight.
That's fair. But it's hard to believe that it's better this way, but I guarantee you it is.
Bro, there is a flying train and tons.
Oh, let's community house.
Let's ignore that.
Community house, yeah. Let's let that happen. But yeah, it's... Did River ever get their book?
I don't know.
Yeah, River got it. That book, the last thing that I wrote in there was, I'm sorry. To both of you. Because I am. I know that you don't want this to happen, and quite honestly, I don't want to have to leave. But it's...
Why are you apologizing to us? Why are you apologizing to us?
Because I failed. I couldn't stop looking for the truth, hunting, to the point that I brought a monster. Whatever this ghost blue creature-esque thing is, it is my fault that it exists. Whether it's accepted or not, it's still my fault.
Would you want me to read the book?
Yeah, it's a dual perspective. There's one in normal text and one in uppercase. And you'll see...
Do you know who writes which?
Yes, and it's said at the end too. But that book, I thought it was gone, but I guess whatever or whoever's been taking my books hadn't found that one since it was just in the mailbox, but I imagine now that I found it and now I'm gonna have it on me that it's gonna get lost.
Isn't there any place safe that you could put it? Can't you hide the book? You don't want this one to be stolen.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I read that book. I know what that book says. I know the entirety of that book because it is pretty much now burned into my head because of how horrendous it is and how confirmatory it is. It's the truth.
Why is anomaly spelled with a capital? Is that somebody's name?
It might have just been how I'm referred to, how something was referred to. It could be a name though. I wouldn't have any idea.
The person in all caps sounds so angry.
I mean, From what I read? Yeah. They sound killer. They sound violent, mad, done. And they sound strong and powerful and like whatever they say they can do, they'll do it. No holds bars. I didn't lose that. The whole reason I have this set of armor, these tools, is because I wanted to be strong, so I could protect people. I wanted to be powerful, the most powerful if I could. I wanted that so I could take care of others, yes, primarily others, but also myself, because I don't want people dying for me. Not again. Because that's pretty much what happened to Rose and Delta. I didn't know it at the time, but this monster, this thing, writing in all caps, angry and violent and ready to kill, that still transferred over to me. That is me, Lucid. Not to that extent yet, but it's still me.
Maybe there's a way to, seal it, to stop it from progressing somehow.
It's just better if I disappear until I figure out how to handle it. Because if I can't handle it, and I'm the one who's dealing with it, I can't even control it. What's gonna say that I don't do something bad before I can control it? I need control. I need to control it. I can't live in an idea, in a world where I could do something and have no idea. Where I could hurt the people I care about and have no idea. That people could resent me and it's entirely my fault and I would have no idea.
Are you scared are you isolating from other people because you're scared you're going to that you're going to
kill people again? Yeah. I'm terrified that I will kill people again. More terrified, actually, that Bailey might be right about me. That I am the problem. That this charade, this scavenger hunt of mine is only going to lead poorly. Because I wouldn't have had any recollection of this stuff if I hadn't started looking. This blue creature wouldn't have appeared if I wasn't killed. And that, while it is Bailey's fault for killing me, I was pushing. I pushed Bailey to that point. That is my fault. I went looking, and it's my fault. But I can't undo that anymore. I said I would take that. I said I would take that risk.
You said that one of the experiments might have been working with Bailey. What if the meeting was planned and killing you was planned and this was planned in advance and Bailey's working for them or something? What if that's the case? Would it be that your fault then? If it was all orchestrated, maybe Bailey was secretive on purpose because somebody had told them that that's what to do to get your reaction. What if it's just you said you have voices in your head, and you said you had one of the experimenters in your head that they contacted you or something. What if they did the same with Bailey?
You weren't there the first time I talked to Bailey. I know Bailey didn't want me to push. I know that. But Bailey was also confused. Didn't know what I was talking about. And I can see that now. I can see that Bailey was confused. I know for a fact that Bailey's behind this, but I can also understand that that they don't fully know what they've been doing. That this, whether Bailey's helping or not, it's still me. I am still pinpointed in the middle of it. Move the pin and the circle moves with it. I am the center. I have to go to make sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen ever again. This was the message that was left after the meeting by Bailey. It was saying that they wouldn't apologize for killing me, that they wouldn't stop doing whatever they had to make sure I quit. I quit pushing.
Actions will be taken to make them stop, because we can enforce consequences, and honestly, that needs to happen anyway in a society as big as this one. Then maybe the problem isn't with you, it's that Bailey should have consequences enforced, and they won't do it again then. They wouldn't seek the repercussions if they're bad enough.
I sincerely think it's too late for me. I've gone down a path, and I don't think I can turn around. I can deviate, sure, but it's gonna suck, it's gonna hurt, and there are gonna be people who are going to be in pain because of it. But it's a path that I think I
refuse to let you do this on your own. I don't care if it might not be easy. I refuse to let you go through this alone, because that is the worst possible thing that you could do, is isolate yourself, and then everything will get worse probably. What if the thing, the void thing is tied to your emotions, and maybe if you get upset it gets worse, not if you're next to people. So you're assuming a lot of things are your fault when it could just be external things that you can't control, or that possibly could get worse on taking the course of action that you seem to be so dead set on. And
No.
What if you go and then something happens and nobody's there to protect you?
Then so be it. That's fine by me. I said before that I was on a path of finding information no matter if I lost my humanity, and I guess I'm kind of losing it now. But the worst that can happen is that I do nothing. I let this creature, this whatever is taking over me slowly, killing me slowly, I let it continue. And then either I destroy something, I hurt people, I break things, and then I'm gone. And then that blue thing exists, and there's no me to counteract it. I can't let people deal with what's left behind if I disappear. I can't. I actually just can't, because that's what happened to Rose and Delta. They suffered because I disappeared. I really, really need to disappear.
No, man. Listen to me. How do you think Delta and Rose felt when they couldn't be near you, when you were separated?
They didn't know.
Have you not considered that might do the same thing to all of the relationships that you've made so far? That it could be almost or just as painful if you just vanished, and if I hadn't met you, then would I even have known that I could have just assumed that you're gone? And I don't. History can repeat itself, and you need to make deviations to stop history repeating itself, because it isn't just all fate. There could be something that can be done instead of just waiting and giving up.
You know,
what if people can help you? What if people can solve the problem? But if you don't let people help, then you're never going to find out, and then you're just going to be dooming yourself to the worst possible outcome. when you could be getting a better outcome.
You know, the Void Voices kept from me what that blue thing was. They still refuse to tell me what that blue thing was. They won't they're keeping that information from me.
Maybe there's a reason for it.
Well, maybe they're not
Because
the ones that are keeping the most from me. You saw that creature, didn't you? Because they said it sat next to you during the sermon. Or it saw you, or something. Did you see that creature?
I'm sure about the nature of your voices, but I'm not sure if they're good or their intentions are to help you or to hurt you or whatever. I can't know, but maybe they're not telling you for a reason.
Maybe, but that doesn't stop me from still asking. That, you guys could know something. They could know something that would stop everything, and they're not telling me. River and Milo wouldn't tell me either, and they both saw this creature.
If I could stop it, I'd tell you. If I could stop it, that would be the first thing that I would do. I would not sleep until you were healed. If I knew, then there would be no doubt in my mind.
Then can you tell me anything about this thing that you saw that someone hasn't told me already? Or are you keeping it from me?
It's not you, or at least it's not like your soul. I don't know. I'm not sure if you believe in souls, but
after I've died 4 times?
You definitely didn't have your soul, which is funny since it acted like a ghost, and it's like it didn't have emotions, and that was, I found that out the hard way, because I found that out the hard way. But I know that it's not you. And it's separate.
But it is me. It is me. That thing, that ghost is me.
Why do you insist that?
Because
that is you.
Everything's been proven. It's been pointed to me. This thing has been pointed to me.
Just because it's connected to you doesn't mean that you're the same thing.
We might not be the same thing. It's still me. It's still a version of me that exists. I know multiple versions of things can exist because I can reach across dimensions now. I can hear voices, people in other dimensions. And you know what some of them have told me? They've seen me. Something like me. I once was a captain of a ship. According to one of them, I was a captain of the ship. And I ran a ship. I had a crew, I had a team, but I died out there. I died on my ship. And they've seen that version of me. They know that version of me exists in their place. In wherever they live, wherever they are. I existed. So other versions of me can exist. Maybe not at the same time. But they still exist. Which would explain why this blue version of me came back while I was dead.
I can't stand for you to be alone, because I know from personal experience that being alone is the worst thing when you have to deal with loss of any kind.
It's better if I'm alone. I am a nomad after all, my whole life, from what I know. is based on traveling alone. And it's for the best if I just disappear. If I go away.
I can't just let you do that. I can't just... I can't bear the thought of you going through that, and it's... Just because you, in your past, you're alone, doesn't mean that that's the right thing to do.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You weren't supposed to see me. I left that note for you so you would find it and hopefully not know where to look. The only reason I came back was because I missed my best friend, my sheep. That's the only reason I came back. I was gonna grab it and go.
Do you remember the very first meeting we had when... Well, maybe not the first time, but when you asked me the questions? Do you remember how I answered this? I believe it was the second question, the one about deja vu.
I don't know. That book is missing, I guess, with Bailey or Milo, one of the two.
Well, what I said was that I almost feel the opposite sometimes. And I had a burning sense that if I was to ever take action, it would have to be today. And it seems I was right, because if I hadn't bumped into you there, like, I thought that I had the instinct to go to, on the very same day, on the very same hour, almost by the very same minute, I could have missed you by a slither and never seen you again. And I don't understand why it could be coincidence, but that means I was right to wander over there and come over from LBC first time in a week to see you, because if I had missed that opportunity, would you have just went?
That was the plan, yeah. To disappear. Phantoms.
Now that I'm not... You may go somewhere else, but I will just find you, because I can't let you do this to yourself. And even if I have to, even if it takes months to find you, I will follow you, even if you're moving, because something in my gut says that leaving you is just going to lead to a worse outcome, and I need to protect you, because I can't fail again. I'm going to protect everyone that needs to be protected, and even if that person might not want the help, I'll just give it to them anyway, because I won't just leave you.
You can't fail, but neither can I. I have to figure this out. I have to, and I can't let people get in the way. Be a part of it. This is something that has been my own. This is a battle between me and Hermes. a man who exists in my home dimension, my home place, my home world, whatever it is. He exists where I came from. And you don't. You don't exist in that world. You didn't, and you shouldn't, because it's not a good place, from what it seems to be. More of it's appearing, so great for that, but nobody other than me should exist in that world. If for no other reason than dimensionally. I don't know what that'll do. I belong there, on my own, until I can find the people that I hurt and apologize. That's why I said I'm sorry, because I knew that once you found out I was gone, it was gonna hurt. I knew that. I know that. But I can't let you help me. I can't let you dedicate part of your time, effort, life to me and my situation. Not anymore. If this was as easy as just hunting around for information and pushing Bailey to learning about what they know, then yes, it would be a great thing to get a group together and work on. That's what Bubs wants to do. But I can't let people go on a suicide mission with me. Because that's what's gonna end up happening at the end of it. Finding out what this blue thing is by dying. And seeing what they can do in a test. In something. I'm not sure what, but that's what it's gonna lead to. And no one deserves to watch that happen.
I refuse to be defenseless and just watch things happen. I will follow you to the nether and back. I've done it before, quite literally, nether and back. You know, I will follow you, even if it puts me in danger, because nether isn't exactly safe. But I do it because it helps you, and I do things like that because it helps the people that I want to help, and I don't care if it puts me in danger.
I can't let you help me.
If protecting someone is worth it, protecting someone is worth the risk. I live to protect people. That is a core part of me, just like how non-violence is a part of you. Protect people is a part of me. It's a part of my lineage. It's a part of my nature. I'm not just going to be able to sit by and let someone that I care about go and do something like that alone. And I'll do it the same with D, River, anyone that I make friends with. Where did you go? Are you downstairs?
Then go tell them what happened then. Tell them what I'm doing. Where are you going?
I don't know, I can't see you. Canonical bad eyesight. There we go.
Tell them what's happened then. Tell them that I had to disappear. That I had to go. Tell them that. Tell them that I had to disappear for my own safety, for something. Whatever you think is best. But...
For something.
Or something. Whatever is best. I don't know what to say, what to do. I've never had to figure out what a monster inside me is. I've never had to do this before, but I'm doing it, and I'm doing it alone. I'm not letting you come with me.
Then I will just have to find you then. It's not exactly something unfamiliar. I've wanted to map whatever land this is anyway. Maybe I'll find something along the way. Then I'll find you. Because just like how you want to protect me, I will not stop until I know that you're safe. And if that means safe from yourself too, then that's just what I'm gonna do.
Just forget. It's better that way. It's better to forget. Come on. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Come on. It's better if I go away. It just is. I'm not disappearing yet, because I don't know where to go. But it's better if I'm just not there. Not here to hurt people. Because I can't do what I wanted. I can't protect people the way I wanted to. I just can't. Because I can't protect myself. I need to learn to do that. In an open, far away place that I'll find eventually, but for now it's utopia. Cause that's all I can really do. So I'm sorry. But you can't help me. Not this time, please. Let's go. That was about as painful as you could get. And wasn't supposed to happen, like, at all. But it's for the best. For the best. And eventually, I'll have to leave King a note saying that we'll go hunting for my book some other time. Because King's got information. And it's just better. It's just better this way. Aether? That was very nice. Come on. Thank you. Come on, buddy. There we go. Good sheep. Good sheep, good sheep. Alright. Here, let me get one last look. unfortunately, it's just for the best. It's for the best.